That's crazy. I sense his presence on the moon no longer. If you need not follow, then I beg you to stay and listen to what I have to tell you of Zodiark and the end of all things. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the Tempered before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosive, killing themselves, and others. The contingent's healers had their hands full tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. Lest you wonder, Mistress Kryl has been delivered unto their care, serving as a conduit for Hydaelyn's power hath taken its toll, but she will recover in due course. As for Alphino and Alize, they insisted on remaining in Garlemald while we three rushed to your aid. It appears, however, that matters here have already come to a conclusion. But what manner of conclusion, if I might ask? And is this the ally whom Hydaelyn bade you seek out? He's not unlike the shades of Amarat. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Hydaelyn, together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiark. Or rather, it was my duty. Then Zodiark is no more? And not without consequence, I'm afraid. For now, the delicate weave of the star preserved by his presence will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of... Oh, are you all right? My attempts to forestall Zodiark's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I will share with you all I can. That's not good. Please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? Maybe we peruse them while we wait. By all means. If you would review them chronologically, might I suggest beginning with those on the upper floor? I shall leave that to you, Gob. Will I see what can be gleaned from the crystals on these lower levels? Talk about knowledge, hey? Whoa! As you gaze into the crystal, acknowledge the past rejoinings. The record describes the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiark broke free from his prison. The record goes on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with the LOPORITTS, though it's not clear who or what they are. As you gaze into the crystal, a record of unexpected visitors throws close to your mind. The records note the Watcher's musing when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have keen interest in freeing Zodiark from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiark as long as he remains imprisoned. So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the 7th Umbral Calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Hydaelyn. When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he only meant his facility. Truly, Hydaelyn's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. Thank you for affording me with this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiark and his imprisonment. But perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before, and comes now again.
I should probably read this part. Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single word, Aetheris. One day from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not. However, the Convocation struck up a method to predict where next the corruption would manifest. The Convocation, that's what it is, not the Council, a Convocation. That looks like Dalamud. Oh, never mind. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in form of various currents. The currents which course through the lands and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those with a celestial nature which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The Convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of aether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiark conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star. Huh. Precisely. With the advent of Zodiark, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiark's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed. There was a faction opposed to Zodiark's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need to remain, for his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so, rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiark herself and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him in this place. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. And what she told me in the ethereal sea was false? Could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. Perhaps she did, but as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with spoken word. Hydaelyn and Zodiark are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiark was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half of Aetheris' population. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen, and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aetheris and her history. Like Zodiark, Hydaelyn's purpose is the reflection of her creators. They wish to look to the future and not linger in a prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words.
I'd say so.
And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
The non-McClancher is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. Ah, it is ready. This way, if you would be so kind. Huh? A beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiark and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst, and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. This moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable of bearing the people of Etheirys to safe harbor. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them. What? Whoa! Oh my god, dude. I fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the Dark. That is something else. Man, this is some stuff, okay? This is some crazy stuff. Moon equals a spaceship? I guess so. Oh, I almost jumped down without talking to him. Whoops. At long last, the Watcher is ready to fulfill his final duty. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of the Mare Lamentorium, where Zodiark was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let us call upon Argos, the familiar who you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across. As Hydaelyn created me as a gaoler, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It is her nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the balancing of aether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand and attempt to call upon him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you'll find your way. Argos! If he labors in service to Hydaelyn's plan, I see no reason not to do so as he suggests. Shall we make for the crushing brand then? Wow! Where's that boy? Where's that freaking boy? Woo! Wahoo! Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar sponjoi draw aether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the sponjoi along? Yeah, I'll help the sponjoi along there. Lunar spongoi. Spongoi. Argos! Best dog. What a pretty boy. Argos manifests in a flash. He seems to be glad to see you again. A most fascinating creation of Hydaelyn's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you, is no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Argos is quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when last he showed such affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you from before. As for your companions... Hey! They get doggos too. Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. He just creates shades of himself. I believe we're all ready. Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. We all get good boys for our birthdays. Your destination is the structure there to cross the Cradle of Darkness, but climb onto Argos' back, he'll take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take him long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiark's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together, you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but we know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Wow, we're gonna let the world go to shit and take everyone with us. Our allies' assurance is notwithstanding, but we cannot be certain with what awaits on the other side. So perhaps it'd be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us cross first while Thancred and Irianje wait here. All right, I'm going. Woo! It's awesome! Wow, a malefic aetherite yet permeates the crater. Remnants of Zodiark most like. Whoa. Oh, I'm in control again. What's that over there? I bet you aliens live there. The structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amarutan. Apologies for the wait. Right, then let us head inside and... Oh? There is only one true Argos. Him! Most intriguing. A means by which he conserveth energy, mayhap. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here. If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. Making our way over down to the frickin' what seems to be the ship operators of the moon, and it's an arc or whatever. Whoa! I gotta touch that crystal, y'all.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Our moonship pilot. Oh, whoa, hey, that's oh, why can't I remember the name? But they're erased from the Final Fantasy series. So cool! Oh my god, we have an army of small rabbit people. Wake up!
Look lively, everyone!
Oh my god, the voices!
I know. This 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiark, alas, is no more.
Yeah, we blasted them! Just yell at the auditorium.
Our mighty moon has a new purpose. To bear the people of Aetheris to safety. Our time has come, my friends.
They've been waiting for this moment.
Swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate, and don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
You know, you should basically just kill the god. Use cute rabbit people. Look at me. The reaction.
It is a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
I mean, that worked on me.
Perhaps.
Wow.